Hi, it's Elizabeth from Tyne Valley Motorhomes, and today we'll be doing the handover video of the Swift Kontiki 679. First thing you'll come to behind your driver's door is this locker, so you can store any equipment that you want to not have in your vehicle. Next we'll come to your wet locker. So this is an external storage part, so you can store any wet shoes, clothes, any external equipment that you don't want to get in your vehicle. Next thing you come to is your cassette locker. So as long as the blade on the inside of the toilet is closed, you can pull the orange handle up and slide the cassette out. And then to empty it, you just want to unscrew the cap and then tip it up and always push in the orange button to allow some air in and stop it from plugging. And when you've emptied it, fill it up with some fresh water, give it a good swill around, empty it out again, and then put some blue or green liquid in your cap, and then your cassette is ready for use again. Next thing we'll come to is your external shower point. So you'll need your freshwater tank filled up full and your water pump on the inside turned on, and then you can connect your external shower and use it to hose off bikes, boots, animals. Next thing we'll come to is your hookup point. So when you are connecting your cable to your vehicle, you want to lift the cap and then align it to your vehicle and push it on. And then always remember to hook your cable to the vehicle first and then the mains. And then when disconnecting, disconnect from the mains and then the vehicle, so you're never walking around with a live lead. On the back of the vehicle, we've got your large garage space with lots of shelves for any additional storage. The back of the vehicle at the top, we've got your reversing cameras. We've got your bike rack. And then at the bottom, we've got your tow bar. In the back of the garage, in this cupboard, we've got your boiler drain down. So when you're winterising your vehicle, you want to lift this yellow toggle up and all your water in your boiler will drain out. You want to leave this open through the winter months, and then when it comes to using your vehicle again, you want to make sure that the toggle is facing the back of the vehicle and not to the roof. Next, we've got your external barbecue point. So you'll need an adapter and a length of hose to connect to your Kadak or barbecue. And then when you've got your gas flow turned on and it's through the vehicle, you can then turn your handle here and turn the gas flow on. Next to your habitation door is where you would fill up your freshwater tank. So you'll need a hose pipe and some adapters, as some sites just provide a brass tap. And you can put the hose pipe through there and fill up your freshwater tank. And you've got your cap here that you can lock so no one can tamper with your fresh water. And then next to it, we've got a water pump. So if you can't reach the tap, you can get a submersible pump and then fill up your freshwater tank from that. Next, we've got your gas locker. This will hold 2 6-kilogram gas bottles. You always want to make sure that you strap them in nice and tight with a black strap so they don't move around when you're travelling. When you connect your pigtail to your gas bowl, you'll need a spanner. And remember, it's left to tighten, right to loosen, opposite way round being gas. And then you can turn the gas flow on and off with the dial on the top here. If you turned your gas flow on but you're not receiving gas in the vehicle, just pressing this black button here just allows the gas through the pigtail and into the vehicle. Just on the outside of your passenger door, we've got your diesel filler point. So you'll need your ignition key to open up the diesel cap. So just on the outside of your passenger door, we've got your ideal tyre pressures. And in the front of the vehicle, we've got your bonnet release. Under the bonnet, the main things you want to focus on is your screen washer fluid. Got your engine coolant and your brake fluid. Got your oil and your dipstick. And then we've got your negative and your positive if you need to give or receive a jump start. And we've also got the weight plates on the front as well. So the first thing you want to do when you get into your vehicle is turn your main control panel on. And then from here you can also turn your internal lights on and off. And then we've got your water pump here as well. So this gives you a pressurised flow of water through your kitchen and bathroom. And then on the other side, if you use the arrows, you can scroll through. So you can see your heating, you can see leisure charging rate, your vehicle battery, your solar power, your leisure battery, and then you can also turn your tank heaters on and off as well. And you can see the internal temperature of your van as well. On your Aldi heating system, on the top you've got your internal temperature, so you can scroll from 30 all the way down to 5 degrees using the plus and minus. The next one is your hot water, so you can have it on normal or boost, which will give you hot water quicker. And we've also got your electric, so the third one is 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt and 3 kilowatts of electricity. And then last we have your gas, so you can have gas and electric on at the same time, or you can just have gas, or you can just have electric. You might not be able to see the steam, but the water is hot and up to temperature. Here you can see your 3 gas burner hobs are working. Just remember that once you turn them off, let the metal fully cool before you put the glass lid down, otherwise it will shatter. Here we've got your grill working on gas. Here we've got your oven working on gas. The back of the vehicle, we've got your large double bed with your skylight and then your window and your TV. And below your bed, we've got access into the garage. In the cupboard next to your bed, we've got your freestanding table, and then we've also got a hanging rail to hang any of your clothes. And then we've got drawers along the bottom. In your bathroom, we've got your shower. Nice large mirror above your sink, along with your cupboards and your toilet. We've also got a skylight, and then somewhere to hang your towels. To turn your front lounge into a bed, on one side you want to bring the base out into the middle and then slide the top of the bench across. And then bring the backrests forward and then pop them into the spaces. And then what you want to do on the other side is again bring the base forward. And then there's also a leg that goes underneath just to support the middle. And then again bring your backrest cushion forward. So then the backrest cushion goes in the last gap, and there you've got a nice large bed made up in the front of the vehicle. Above the cab you've got another large double bed. When you're not using it, you can lift it up so you have better access into the cab. And then when you want to use the bed, you just grab the base and pull it down gently. And then what you want to do is grab the ladders and hook them onto the 2 hooks here so you can easily climb in and out of bed. In the top of the cupboard, we've got your power supply unit. So in here we've got your fuses, we've got your trip switches, and then we've also got a power down button. So when you're not using your vehicle, if you press this button, it will stop any appliance from drawing power out of your leisure battery when it's in storage. In the garage, we've got your wastewater drain off point. So you just twist the handle round, and then any water will come out of your waste drainage pipe. So you want to do this when you are leaving a site, so you're not travelling home with the added weight of wastewater, but also when you're winterising your vehicle, you don't want to leave any water in the tank to freeze and cause frost damage during the colder months.